Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing my Christmas wish list with you guys, what I am hoping that Santa is going to bring me come Christmas Day. So if you're interested in what I'm hankering after, what I'm craving, what I'm hoping to spy under the tree in a few days, then keep watching. So first up is a new fitness watch, tracker watch, you know, like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, something like that. I had a Fitbit until fairly recently, I think 6 months ago, when an incident occurred. And that incident was that I was swimming. We were away, where were we? We were at Chessington, I think, with my family. And we went swimming in the pool. And when I got out, I noticed that my watch had died. And I just thought it must have run out of battery. So we went back to the room, I plugged it in to charge it up and we went for dinner. And when we got back to the room, there was nearly a fire. I went to pick up my watch and it was red, like it must have been ready to catch fire. It was red hot and it was not charging. Obviously it had somehow got the water within it. Obviously it's supposed to be able to be worn in water. It literally is for that purpose. You're supposed to be able to swim in it and it track, you know, that as an activity. I've swum in it before, but no, it had died in the water for no apparent good reason. And it nearly burned down Chessington World of Adventures on top of that. When I reached out to Fitbit and said that this had happened, they were like, oh, never mind, we'll give you a discount on a new one. Why would I want a new one that does that? I don't want a fire. You know, I want one that actually does what it says it's going to do and not burn my house down. So that was interesting. They definitely did not care about that information. So probably not a Fitbit, but I would like a new like fitness or tracker watch. I just love knowing how many steps I've done and I like tracking my sleep as well. It explains a lot. Period tracking, all of that, I love it. I love those watches and all of the information that you can get from it. Also, I'm constantly in fear that I'm having a heart attack. And so it's just reassuring when you can check your heart rate and things like that. Obviously not in place of going to the doctors if you think something is wrong, just to be clear. The next item on my list, I feel like you guys are going to be really surprised and confused by, but it's Bianca Latte, the fragrance. I have been so confused myself about this fragrance, and I told you guys, I think in my October roundup, that I didn't like it. I tried the sample, I ordered a sample, I tried it and I didn't like it. But I'm just so confused by it because all of the reviews and other people who talk about this fragrance, it sounds like totally different to the sample that I tried and used. Like mine did not perform very well. I couldn't really smell it on me. I wasn't really getting any gourmand vibes. I was literally just getting a completely synthetic smell. And I feel like I'm the only person who feels this way. Everybody else loves it and is raving about it. It's the ultimate gourmand. The performance is insane. And I don't know what's going on, but I have a suspicion, okay? And I have been reading lots of reviews about this fragrance and seeing people who had samples who have had a similar experience to me and I'm like confused. And it seems like there may have been like a bad batch of samples going around, or that this is something that has happened. And I don't think I really got the actual accurate experience of that perfume in the sample I had. For some reason, some of these samples are just not quite representing the fragrance accurately. So I now want to give it another try. I want to buy a full bottle or receive a full bottle as a gift, far better than buying it myself, because it's still living rent-free in my brain. I need to know what the truth is. I want to try it. I'm intrigued enough that I want to go back and see how it actually smells and whether my sample was right or not. I need the curiosity satisfied, so that is going on my Christmas list. Next up, you may have heard the sad story of the time that I rediscovered my Sisley Sheer Coral Phyto Rouge lipstick and then lost it that same day. So it's very hard. I don't know if this is just me. It's very hard if you lose something that was expensive to buy it again. Is it just me? It feels impossible and outrageous. I can't bring myself to do it because I already forked out for this lipstick. I already paid for it once. And as much as I miss it and I wish I had it back, I just can't bring myself to buy it again. So I put this on my Christmas gift list because I'll feel a lot better about someone else buying it for me because they haven't bought it the first time I did and then I lost it. So someone else can buy it the second time. I think that's fair. I've put it on my list. I really miss it. I really wish I'd got to wear it more than the one time that I did on that fateful day. So the sheer coral colour that has been missing in my heart and left a sheer coral shaped hole in my heart, hopefully that's coming back to my life under the Christmas tree. And then what will probably happen is I'll find the other one, because that's just my life. Next up, something very, very boring, I'm sure, for all of you, apart from maybe anyone who's watching who's also a YouTuber, who will probably find this as exciting as I do, but it's a monitor. Okay, I sit really far away from my camera. I mean, not really, that's an exaggeration. It's not in another room, it's right there, but it is like far, so I can't reach it. And it's probably, I don't know, 1.5 arms lengths away, to give it, you know, really technical measurement. So often when I'm swatching and I will hold something up in front of the camera, because my camera is so clever, it glues the focus to my eyeballs. It is locked in on my eyes. And if the camera can see my eyes, it won't focus on anything else. So if I'm doing swatches or something, and I hold something up in front of the camera, I have to make sure the camera can't see my eyes or it won't focus on the object. So if you see, if I do this, the camera is still trying to focus on my eye because it can see my eye. So I have to like try and hide my eyes, and then I can't see, I can't see the side monitor. I have a flip out monitor attached to the camera, but it's obviously quite far away. And if I'm hiding my eyes with whatever I'm trying to show the camera, I can't see it. So what I want / need in my life is a monitor that goes on my desk close by me that I can look at whilst hiding my eyes. Is any of this making sense to anyone who's not a YouTuber? I don't know. But it's like a little mini TV screen that will go on my desk, and I can see what the camera is seeing. I can see if I'm in focus, see if my swatches are in focus, because I've had to refilm things too many times that have been focused on my eyeball and not on the product I was actually trying to show you. So I'm very excited about that, even though it's not exciting to any normal people. Next up, earrings. I always ask for earrings. Earrings, I just love getting earrings, and my family are always terrified of choosing earrings for me. They always want me to tell them a specific pair because, you know, jewelry is very subjective. So I found these ones that I really love. They were on Revolve. I think they're so pretty, and they're a little bit unique, but still very wearable, and they could be, you know, dressed up for occasions, but they could also be a very nice everyday earring. I think they're really pretty. They're not too big and scary, too heavy, absolutely beautiful. On the list. Next up, some new PJs. I ask for PJs every year. I love PJs and I can never have too many. And I haven't asked for a specific pair, but I have said, please give me Chelsea Peers. They are my favourite PJs. I've got 3 pairs. I got my sister the Lima pair for her birthday because she loves Limas. So I got her the Lima PJs. They're so warm and cozy and soft. They're not too heavy. I can't sleep in anything really heavy. I have a velour pair that are amazing. They're so warm, but they're not too... They don't make me hot, and they're just really cozy and comfy and thick and luxurious. I feel like a wizard when I wear this pair that I have in the velour material. I literally feel like these are something out of Harry Potter for some reason. There's something very Harry Potter coded about it. So I haven't asked for a specific colour or material. I've just asked, as long as they're Chelsea Peers and they're long sleeved, we are good. Next up, I asked for an Odeon Limitless subscription. So if you are in the US, I do have Odeon in the US. I don't know if you do. Here, it's probably our biggest cinema chain. So you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I conquered my fear and I went for the first time ever to the cinema by myself. A few weeks ago, I went to see the new Hunger Games film, which I loved, and I just loved it. You know, we don't have babysitters here. Well, I mean, they exist, but we personally, for our family, don't have babysitters. We only are comfortable to leave our children with like my parents or my sister. Like our direct family are the only people we would leave our children with, and none of our family live close by. So if I just want to go and see a grown-ups film, have you noticed they're only ever on like late in the day? Like the earliest sort of grown-up film you can get is like after lunch, and then there's not enough time for me to get back on the school run. So me and my husband don't get to go and see films like ever, and there's so many films that I want to see at the cinema. and you just need to see them at the cinema. Hunger Games is one of them. You know, it's a big screen film. It's much better to see it at the cinema than it is at home. And so I forced myself to start going to the cinema, to go by myself and not miss out on all these films just because my husband can't come with me, or because of the children, or because of school run times. So I did it. I went by myself. I loved it. It was nowhere near as scary as I thought it was going to be. And let me tell you, every other person in there was by themselves. There was only like one group of like 4 people, like a family. Everyone else was single people by themselves. It's very normal and very common. You won't look weird, I promise you. So if you've been thinking about it, I highly recommend it. And now I've done it, I'm off. I love it. I love that I got to see the film that I wanted while it was still in the cinema. I love that I got to sit wherever I wanted without thinking I need to sit near the aisle in case one of the children needs the toilet or get scared. I love that I got whatever snacks I wanted to take in without sharing or thinking about anybody else. It was just wonderful, and now I want to do it all the time. So I've asked for the limitless subscription, which basically is an amount that you pay each month, and you can go to the cinema as many times as you like. So that, I think, is a great gift as well. Anyone that you know that likes cinema and going to see films at cinema, I think it's such a great idea. Next up, I asked for a Bath & Body Works candle. I love them. They're so nice. I think they look really pretty and decorative, and they smell great. They fill the whole house as well. Again, I didn't ask for a specific fragrance. I like to be a little bit surprised, you know? So yeah, any Bath & Body Works candle and I'm good to go. I also asked for some new Ugg slippers. I had my Ugg slippers. I don't even know if I want to show you them because they are so destroyed, but I have had these. The state of that. Can you tell that I get really like attached to things? Like, these feel like a teddy to me now. I'd be sad to put them in the bin. I don't even think if I get new ones, I'll be able to throw them away. I don't think I could do it. But in my defense, those are like 3, maybe even 4 years old. I think maybe 3 years old. I've had them a very long time, put them that way, and they never leave my feet. They're on my feet all day, every day in the house. And because they're thick and like heavy soled, I go out into the garden, you know, I'll answer the door or go and do the gates with these on. You don't have to change into trainers because they have a really nice sort of outdoor friendly sole. They're so good. And yes, they look horrendous now, but they're so old and I've worn them so much. And so I think it's time that I got a new pair. Sure, they're looking quite haggard and shabby, but I know that they will last really, really well. They're so warm. I actually can't really wear them that often in the summer because they make me too hot. They are so warm and cozy, comfy, and they've just been amazing. They've worn so well and lasted so long. Like, they don't look great, but they are still fully holding up and haven't fallen apart off my feet, which is very impressive in my book. So I've asked for these specific Ugg slippers, and my feet are really excited. Next up, I asked for this Skims dress. I am so obsessed with Skims dresses. I love them so much. They're so comfy and so flattering. I think I have 5 dresses from Skims now, all different ones, but I only have one long sleeve dress and it's black. So I just feel like, unless you really make an effort to dress it down, it kind of can look a little too dressy, you know, for like more casual daytime occasions, where I feel like this colour is just a bit more daytime, a bit more casual because it's a bright colour. I think I would have like 10 more of these. I love them so much. They're really comfy, they're really flattering, and I feel like they're quite versatile as well. So yeah, that went on the list. This is something that's really great because it feels ridiculous to keep buying more of them, but it makes it a great gift if someone else buys you another one. It feels less ridiculous, you know. Next up, I asked for the Whey body cream. I love the smell of all of my Whey hair products that I've tried, so I feel like this body cream will smell amazing. I love a fragrance body cream. I have a lot of them. I love the perfume house body creams, so I really want to try this one. It's obviously a bit more affordable than buying, you know, a Parfums de Marly or a Kilian body cream, but I have a sneaky suspicion it might smell glorious, so I'll let you know. And finally, I asked for a couple of Stephen King books, The Institute or Holly. So I think Holly is like the sequel to one of the books I bought myself that I talked about in my haul video. And then I think The Institute is just one that I haven't read, but I just love Stephen King books. And there are just so many of them. that it feels like every time I go and look, there are a ton of new ones that I haven't read yet. So I put 2. I love getting books for Christmas as well. I always start reading them on Christmas Day, regardless of whether I'm halfway through another book. But yeah, 2 Stephen King books. I will say that my dad does me, my sister, my husband and my brother-in-law our stockings every year. We got to a point, I very clearly remember my mum, when I was maybe like 17 or 18, my mum saying, I'm not going to do stockings this year because, you know, you're getting more grown up, you're too old now for stockings. And me and my sister were absolutely horrified. We were like, what did you just? Absolutely not. We are never too old for stockings. How dare you even suggest it? So around that time, my dad took over doing our stockings, and he does them still every year. And now he does them for our husbands as well. And it's just the cutest thing ever. He does them like jokes, and everyone has a theme. So it's something to do with something you like. Last year, my theme was sloths. The year before, he did me like a social media one. He's done me a Bailey's one, and it will just be all like silly things to do with the theme. And we all open them together when we meet up on Christmas Day, and we have to guess our own theme and try and guess everybody else's themes of the stocking. And it's just so lovely and so nice. And it's an easy thing for a dad to do, because imagine, like, I feel like mostly mums buy our presents, don't they? But my dad loves being able to do our stockings, and he can do them all, and he has all these great ideas for funny things that we'll really get a kick out of, and it's just wonderful. So I know that I'll have a phenomenal, who knows what my theme will be, but I'll keep you posted on what my stocking theme is this year. Please let me know what you guys are really hoping is going to be under your tree, or what you've asked for this year. Do you do a list? Or do you just like to be completely surprised? My family demands a list. They flatly refuse to go in blind, to go bareback. They won't do it. They need me to give them a list. They ask me in like September every year, what's on your list? And I'm terrified and stress out about it for a month while I come up with ideas. What's your vibe? Do you have a list? Do you just like to be surprised? Let me know what you guys do in the comment section down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye.